What I want to talk about tonight is love, and not necessarily in the traditional way that you might think of love. I have a lot of conversations. Let's get it. Let's go. I have a lot of conversations with clients, friends, family, and then of course my own matters of the heart. And first of all, before I get started, let me just say I am not a counselor. I have not been to school. I do not have a PhD in psychology. The things that I share with you guys are strictly based on my self-discovery through, the things that I've experienced and through meditation and, just really getting to know myself and kind of putting together the pieces of like, why are these things happening to me? So that being said, I will share why I think, so a lot of people, including myself, will say I seem to attract the same type of relationship over and over, or I seem to have these same types of things happen to me over and over. And even myself included, I had to sit down and go, well, why is that? Why do I keep attracting the same type of person over and over? In my case, and it's different for everyone, in my case, I tend to attract people that are emotionally unstable in some way. And I think I know the reason that I attract those type of people is because I'm a naturally nurturing person. So when I care about someone, I'm naturally going to want to push them to that next level, to follow their dreams and do the things that they want to do. And when they're down, I'm going to pour my all into them to try to make sure that they feel better. And which is a good thing, right? That sounds great. But the flip side of that is, what ends up happening is because those people are emotionally unstable and they're not whole without me, eventually it comes to a point where I'm not sparkly and new anymore, so then they push me away. Okay, so that's like a pattern that's repeated for me over and over and over throughout the years, and I had to stop and go, okay, it has to be more. There has to be more to it. I know that, I'm nurturing and I'm giving and loving and all that great stuff. Perfect. So what I had to do was sit down and really take a look at myself and realize it's the universe trying to teach me a lesson. Like, if you keep experiencing the same thing over and over, it's for a reason. So the universe is like, okay, did you learn your lesson this time? No? Okay, well here, I'm going to give you a new relationship that's just like the one that you got out of to see if you learn your lesson this time. And that lesson can be hard to swallow because sometimes we don't like to look at ourselves and say, well, what could I have done wrong? Like, we like to make it the other person's fault when we break up, right? Well, I realized that what I was getting was a reflection of some things that were inside of me, which I know can be hard to admit out loud. What it is instead of me pouring all of myself and my all into that person, what I really needed was to be pouring all of that same stuff into myself. I'm so good at giving advice and pushing people up and making them feel better. But I'm the one that needs that. And that is the lesson. And it's so crazy. I literally just had this epiphany. I don't know. I've been wanting to do this live for a couple of weeks now, but I had to be in the right headspace or whatever. But those same relationships that I was salty about, I'm very grateful for them, because had I not had those experiences over and over and over and over, I would have never had a reason to look in the mirror and go, what the heck is going on with me? Because it's so easy to blame the other person. And I'm not saying, there's some assholes in the world, but I like to think that most people have good intentions. And maybe what they're giving you is the best that they can give you, because they're not whole themselves. They don't love themselves, so they can't love you the way that you want them to. And on the flip side of that, you can't expect someone to love you more than you love yourself. I saw this really amazing quote. When we were kids, we were all taught, you treat others the way you want to be treated, right? Well, I saw a quote that says, wait, how did it go? Treat yourself how you want others to treat you. That's how it is. And I was like, wow, all these years it's been treat other people the way you want to be treated, which I think you should, because you can't treat people like crap and expect them to treat you good. But what I've learned is people are not going to love you more than you love yourself. If you don't value yourself and you don't love yourself, then why should anybody else value or love you? So I know that's a lot to say, but basically what I'm saying is, if you are attracting the same kind of person, the same kind of relationship over and over and over again, it's for a reason. It may not be for the same reason as mine, but you might need to do some soul searching and some self-examination and figure out what is the lesson. I'm not saying anything's wrong with you. It's not, don't take it that way. What is the lesson that is being presented to me? Because it would be insane for it to just be the same situation over and over for no particular reason. And I think that goes for a lot of things in life. If you keep, running into the same obstacle over and over, that means you need to change something. That's the universe or God or whatever your higher power is that you believe in trying to teach you a lesson and show you that there's another path you need to be taking or something else. So you guys may have noticed that I disappeared for a big chunk of, the middle part of this year. And that's because I was on my self-love journey, and I still am on my self-love journey. It's something that, I have to work at every day, at accepting myself and loving myself and telling myself that I'm enough, like daily affirmations. And it's probably weird to hear me say that out loud. I mean, who likes to be vulnerable and open up that way? But I have self-love issues and insecurities just like everyone else does. So, so I just kind of took a break from dating. I took a break from social media. I took a break from my music. I took a break from everything. And I appreciate you guys so much for continuously throughout this year just, checking on me and asking me about my music and when I'm going to put out new stuff. And you guys can expect some new stuff from me this winter for sure. I just needed to take a little break to, put my pieces back together because I was a little broken, and I can say it out loud. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you have to fall to be able to get back up. So that's what I have to say about love tonight. And I hope that answers, I'm sure there's somebody on here that maybe is going through a breakup or maybe you've experienced that where you just feel like, oh my God, no matter who I date, it always ends up the same. Well, there's probably a lesson in there for you. And so for me, what I've been doing, I put together like a self-care routine. Do I stick to it 100%? Of course I don't, because I'm not perfect, but I physically wrote out a list of these are the things I'm going to do each day to build myself up and to make myself feel whole, so that when I do meet the person that's meant for me, I'm not depending on them, because then you end up in a codependent relationship, which is not healthy for anyone involved, because you cannot expect your mate to give you every single thing that you need. Like, they're not a robot. They don't just spit out the right answers and give you all the little things that you need. You have to be whole and happy and satisfied with yourself. And then when you meet that right person, then you're just going to build together and it's going to be glorious. So, that's what I think. What do you guys think about what I just said? I just said a whole lot. I know. I don't even know if anybody said anything. And if you guys disagree with me, let me know. Because that is my take on it. Let me see if there's anything else. Something else that I find very helpful is like at nighttime, if you're someone that struggles with depression and anxiety, or just not even so, just like self-love or self-doubt, or I don't know, there's these guided meditations on YouTube that I love to do at nighttime. And I don't do it all the time, but the theory behind it is like when you're asleep, your subconscious is still awake and it can still hear everything that's going on around you. So by you listening to positive words while you're sleeping, it's able to actually get into your brain without you interjecting and being like, oh, I have to pay the bills, or oh, I need to do this, or oh, I need to do that. So I don't know. It's something that I really like, and it's been a good part of my self-care and self-love journey. So if any of you are interested in that, I'd be happy. If you want to DM me, I'd be happy to send you a link to some of the ones that I enjoy. And everybody's different. Like my son listens to them as well. He prefers ones with a female voice. I personally prefer one with a male voice. Don't really know why. It's just more soothing to me. So, yeah. But that's really all I have to say. Hi, pretty sister. You just missed my whole rant. It's over now. Yeah, you're welcome, Breeze. Yeah, I do know your story, and I think we were both kind of going through the same thing at the same time, and now when I look back on that situation, I'm grateful for it. How crazy is it for me to say that? You know how distraught and upset I was. I had to go through that. I had to. Because if I didn't go through that last situation that I went through, I would have had no reason to grow. I wouldn't have had the realization that I needed to grow. So, I'm grateful for the good with the bad, as crazy as it sounds. Hey, what's up? Hey, Kwame. What's up, Jorge? My Puerto Rican lover. So yeah, unless you guys have any questions or anything that you want to talk about with me, that's pretty much it. And if you missed it, feel free. I will save this so that it'll be up for the next 24 hours. If you missed it, you can go back and watch it if you want, or if you don't want to, that's fine too. So, but other than that, I've just been, let's see, what did I do today? I was off today. I went to the crystal store. I'm sure you guys realize I'm obsessed with crystals. I got a new little bowl for my jewelry. This stone is called selenite, and it's awesome because it is a self-cleansing stone. It repels negativity, and it is one of the only stones that does not need to be cleansed. As a matter of fact, you don't want to put this in water because it is water soluble and it will damage it. So I have a ton of like rings and earrings and stuff like that, and I can just stick them, all my little crystal jewelries in there at night, and they can recharge so they can be happy for the next day. So I got that, and I got a fluorite necklace. I have a problem with fluorite. Fluorite is good for balancing your emotions. Look how pretty it is. It's like a, I don't know, like a purplish at the top and blue as it goes down. So that's called rainbow fluorite. I actually am wearing a fluorite necklace as well. You probably can't see too good, but when the light shines through it, it's purple and blue. But yeah, this is a great stone for balancing your emotions. And then you're like, geez, how many things did you buy? I got all these cute little hearts. Look, I got rose quartz and sodalite, which I love this one because it looks like, I wish my camera would focus. It looks like, you know how sometimes the clouds in the sky look more like streamers rather than puffy? Can you see? Not really. And I got labradorite, which has a really cool flash to it, but you probably can't see that either. It kind of looks like a butterfly wing. And then I got a little amethyst heart. So that's what I did with my off day. What'd you guys do today? Anyone? Awesome vocals. Thank you. You listen to my music? I appreciate that. I'm going to have to check out your beats. I always love connecting with new artists and discovering new people that I could possibly work with in the future. Thank you, Kwame. I'm glad you like my crystals. Some people think it's weird, but I don't really care because I like it and it makes me happy. So, yep. Alright guys, that's it. That's all I have. I didn't really have like a long drawn out thing for you. I just wanted to share with you my thoughts, and I hope that it helped and maybe enlightened some of you. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Love you guys.